Okay, so for this lesson, we're going to work on multiplying square matrices. Um, Basically, what we're doing when we multiply square matrices is we're basically doing what we've been doing previously on multiplying matrices, except these are going to be perfect squares. So the example we're going to look at is going to be a 3 by 3 problem. So the problem we're going to do is we're going to find E times F if E equals, and I'm not going to read all of it to save time, and then if F equals and all of that, again, I'm not going to read it all to save time. So the first thing I want to do is let's go on and let's rewrite our two matrices that we've got. Before we do that, let's indicate what our matrices boundaries are, which, like I said earlier, it's a 3 by 3 and a 3 by 3, which lets us know our answer will also be a 3 by 3 matrix. So all I've done is I've rewritten what E is and what F is. And then basically what we're going to do is we're going to set up a massive tic-tac-toe board. So all I'll do is set that up, and then we're going to just plug in the same way we've been plugging things in. So the way we'll do that will just be simply by taking our row 1, and row 1, row 2, row 2, row 2, and then row 3, and row 3. So what I'm doing here first is I'm just showing you what I want us to multiply, so we can see that we multiply every single thing in our matrix at the end. So this is what it should look like. This is what we're going to multiply, how we're going to multiply things. And basically, as you can see in our top left corner, it's row 1, column 1, just like it is, on that graph. It's in the first row, it's in the first column. Therefore, we're going to multiply the first row by the first column in the top left corner, and so on and so forth. So all I'm going to do next is get a new big tic-tac-toe board, and then I'm going to fill it in. So first row in our E is -1, 2, and 0. So I'm going to go ahead and write that on all of my first rows. Okay? Then I'm going to go ahead and just fill out my second row, which is 1, 3, -2. Fill that in. Do the same thing again for the third. Okay? -1, -3, 2. And then fill that in. Now I'll go back and then with my blue numbers fill in my columns. So multiply by -2, 0, and -5. So going down, doing the same thing again. And then our second column, we'll multiply our second column and write in our second column. And we'll just keep this going the same way. You can do this the exact same way when we're working with our other matrices. If it was a 2 by 2, if it was a 4 by 4, whatever makes it a square, it'll work. Okay, so now we're multiplying everything that needs to be multiplied, and then we're simply going to add every single thing in each square. And then we just solve. So we just multiply, simplify, and solve all the way out. After we multiply, then we just add up all of the answers we multiplied, and then we've got our answers, and I'll have the answers circled in green. So the answer to our matrix would be 2, -5, 1, 8, 0, 10, -8, 0, -10. And that's the answer to multiplying a square matrix.